everyone, we are from Group 3. Now we are going to present our project about the temperature distribution in a metal rod using the heat equation. Let us introduce ourselves. My name is Katarina Yolanda.
My name is Maria Agustina Tabu.
My name is Maria Fatima Jaiman.
My name is Marcela Octavia Boisala.
Okay.
Background: heat transfer occurs due to temperature difference within a material. A metal rod with a non-uniform initial temperature undergoes heat diffusion over time. Both ends of the rod are kept at 0 Celsius, averting temperature distribution. This phenomenon is modeled using the heat equation. The objective is to understand temperature evolution and steady-state behavior. Variable, parameter, and assumption. U of x, t is the temperature at position x and time t. X is the position along the rod with 0 is less than or equal to x is less than 4 equal to t. T is time with t is greater than or equal to 0. Length of the metal rod, thermal diffusivity. The assumption you set are that the rod is homogeneous and isotropic. There is no internal heat source. Heat transfer occurs only in one dimension. The ends of the rod are maintained at a constant temperature 0 Celsius, and heat transfer follows Fourier's law of diffusion.
Okay, next, in the diagram, we can see a solid bar where one end is hot and the other end is cold. Heat naturally flows from regions of higher temperature to regions of lower temperature. This process is known as heat condition. To mathematically describe how temperature changes along the bar over time, we ask the one-dimensional heat equation, which is a type of partial differential equation. The equation is written as partial U partial T equals alpha partial squared U partial x squared. In this equation, U of x and t represents the temperature at position x and time t. The partial derivative with respect to time shows how the temperature changes over time, while the second derivative with respect to position describe how temperature differences across the bar cause heat to flow. The constant alpha, denoted by alpha, is called the thermal diffusivity. It depends on the material of the bar and determines how quickly heat spreads through it. After introduce the heat equation, we also need to define the initial and boundary condition in order to obtain a unique and physically meaningful solution. First, let us look at the boundary condition. In this model, both ends of the rod are maintained at 0 temperature. This means the dead temperature at the left end and the right end of the rod remains constant over time. Mathematically, this is written as U at 0 and T equals 0 and U at L and T equals 0. This tells us that for any time T, the temperature at position x equals 0 and x equals L is always 0. Basically, this could represent a robust and are kept in constant with ice or another cooling system. Next, we define the initial condition which describe the temperature distribution along the road at the starting time, usually at time t, usually 0. In many real situations, the temperature is not uniform at the beginning. This is expressed as U at x0 equals f of x. Here, the function f of x represents the initial temperature at each point along the road. It tells us which parts of the route are hotter or colder at that initial moments. So, to fully solve the heat equation, he needs their competence, the differential equation itself, the boundary condition at the ends of the road, and the initial temperature distribution. Together, this define how heat will evolve in the system over time. This is expressed as U at x0 equals f of x. Here, the function f of x represents the initial temperature at each point along the road. It tells us which parts of the route are hotter or colder at that initial moments.
Okay, in this part, I will explain the method used to solve the heat equation for this problem. The method we use is called the separation of variables. This method allows us to break down a partial differential equation into simpler ordinary differential equation. First, we assume that the solution can be written as a product of two functions, one depending only on space and the other depending only on time. So, we write the solution as U of x and t equals x of x multiplied by t of t. Next, we substitute this form into the heat equation. After substitution, we obtain an equation that involves both function x and t. Then, we separate the variables so that one side depends only on time and the other depends only on space. This leads to an equation where both sides are equal to a constant, which we denote as negative lambda. As a result, we obtain two ordinary differential equations, one for the time function t of t and one for the spatial function x of x. Using the boundary conditions where both ends of the road are kept at zero temperature, we solve the spatial equation and obtain sin function as solutions. The spatial solution becomes a sin function, while the time-dependent solution is an exponential decay function. Finally, by combining all possible solutions, we obtain the general solution in the form of a Fourier sin series. This solution describes how the temperature evolves over time along the road. Okay, next I will explain the interpretation of the result based on the graph shown. The graph shows how the temperature distribution along the metal road changes over time. We can see several curves representing different time values, such as t equals 0.1, 0.5, and 1. As time increases, the temperature decreases at every point along the road. This indicates that the road is gradually cooling down. We can also observe that the ends of the road at x equals 0 and x equals 1 always remain at zero temperature. This is consistent with the boundary conditions given in the problem. The shape of the temperature curves becomes flatter over time. This means that the temperature distribution is becoming more uniform. Physically, this shows that the heat flows from the hot regions toward the colder ends of the road. As a result, the overall temperature of the road keeps decreasing. In the long term, the temperature approaches zero everywhere along the road. This means the system reaches a steady state. Therefore, the graph clearly illustrates the cooling process and confirms that the mathematical model matches the physical behavior.
Here I will explain the material about result interpretation. The temperature of the rock decreases over time. Heat flow from higher temperature regions toward the ends 0 degrees Celsius. The temperature distribution becomes smoother over time. Higher frequency components decay faster. The system eventually reaches a steady state at 0 degrees Celsius throughout the road. Conclusion: the heat equation successfully modeled the cooling of the metal rod. Separation of variable and Fourier series provide analytical solution. Thermal diffusivity determines the rate of heat propagation. The temperature eventually decreases to a steady state 0 degrees Celsius. The mathematical model is consistent with the physical.
Thank you for the opportunity. Let me introduce myself. My name is Maria Oktavianingsi Jebatu from Group 4. I would like to ask a couple of questions regarding your presentation. First, what did you guys the separation of variables and Fourier series? Are there any other methods that could be used? Second, does this model still apply if the rod is not homogeneous or if there is a heat source inside it? Thank you.
Thank you for your question. Here, I will answer the first question from Group 4. In our opinion, the method of separation of variable is used in the case because the partial differential equation is a linear and has simple boundary conditions. This method allows us to express the solution as a Fourier series. Other methods do exist, such as numerical methods, like the finite difference method, but an analytical solution provides a clearer understanding of the system's behavior. Thank you.
Okay, next I will answer the second questions. This model is based on certain assumptions, such as the rod being homogeneous and having no internal heat sources. If these conditions are not satisfied, the model needs to be modified. For example, we may need to include additional terms or use a more complex equations. Thank you.